This is something I call the true history of calculating discounts with Socrates and Amphibianes. You will play the part of Socrates.
And Amphibianes plays the part of himself.
Through painstaking research, I have traced the beginnings of calculating discounts to ancient Greece. I have discovered a lost manuscript about the greatest philosopher of all time. Though long since forgotten, at one time he was so great that people called him Socrates. This manuscript describes a dialogue between Socrates and one of his students, Amphibianes, who was always hopping all over him with questions. Throughout the following reconstructed dialogue, notice how Socrates employs the Socratic method, by which the student is brought to knowledge through queries such as, "What's so great about that?" Remember, you are playing the part of Socrates, and Amphibianes is playing the part of himself. I will assist you with the Socrates part, but please speak along with me.
Oh, great Socrates, I want to learn how to discount.
Why would you want to diss the count? He's your friend, Tadpole.
Oh, I meant one word, discount. I just had a person in my throat. So please don't discount my query.
Of course not, O Green One. What knowledge do you seek?
I just bought a gift for Miss Piggy, and I used 2 coupons, but I'm confused as to how the clerk made the calculation.
Tell me more.
The gift cost 100 drachma. I had 10% off coupon and a 20% off coupon. Any swamp creature can see that I should get 30% off, so I should have paid 70 drachma.
Let me guess. They charged you 72 drachmae. It's plural.
Yes, I'd say it's cruel. But how'd you know?
Math.
Matt who? Is that the clerk who swindled me?
You were not swindled. You just jumped to the wrong conclusion.
Yeah, I often do that. So explain it to me.
Perhaps you could do that yourself.
If I could do it myself, I wouldn't have to come to you. You mean you aren't going to spoon feed me like any good teacher would do?
Amphibianes, you can spoon feed yourself. What is the first step in solving a problem?
Well, of course, you need to understand it.
Do you understand it?
I think so.
So explain it to me then.
Well, I have 2 coupons, so I should just add them up, right?
What did the clerk do?
Entered both coupons in separately. Oh, I see. I need to do this in steps.
Yes, solving a complicated problem is often easier if you solve a simpler problem first.
Okay, let's suppose I only had 1 coupon. Would that help?
You tell me.
You're really making me work here, aren't you? Okay, suppose I only had a 10% coupon. I get 10 drachmae off, so I paid 90 drachmae.
What percent of the original price is that?
90% of the original price. It's obvious.
That's the complement.
Compliment? Why should I compliment anybody? I got ripped off.
No, the complement of 10% is 90%.
Sure, and I suppose the complement of 20% is 80%. But why be so nice?
You want to understand how discounts work, yes?
Okay, but how do I know which coupon to use first?
What did the clerk do?
I don't remember, so I guess I'm stuck.
How so?
Well, there are 2 possibilities. If I don't know what the clerk did, I might have 2 different answers.
How do you know?
Okay, let me show you. If I use the 10% off coupon first, I get 10 drachmae off, so I pay 90 drachmae.
What is it? Had a different price.
Same idea. Calculate 10% of the price and deduct it from the original price.
So how much do you pay?
I don't know, but it's 90% of the original price, like we discussed before.
Yes, you're correct. Very astute.
Oh, thanks for the compliment. I see. Rather than multiplying by 0.10 and subtracting, I could have just multiplied by 0.90. It saves time. It pays to be complimentary.
That's actually the complement. What I gave you was a compliment.
Whatever. I have to take 20% of the 90 drachmae and deduct it from 90.
Or
I could just take 80% of 90, since I get 20% off, and thus I have to pay 80% because it's the complement. The complement idea sure simplifies the calculation.
complement. I feel like a GPS constantly repeating directions. What do you get?
90 times 0.8 isn't 72 drachmae. Wait a minute, that's what the clerk charged me. Would I get the same answer if I swapped the order of the coupons?
You tell me.
Well, 20% off of 100 drachmae would leave 80%, the complement. So that'd be 80% of 100 drachmae, which is 80 drachmae.
Yes, the complement. And
Then 10% off of 80 drachmae leaves 90%, the complement. So that'd be 90% of 80 drachmae, and 0.90 times 80 is 72 drachmae.
what's so great about that?
Looks like this clerk did not swindle me, but I saved only 28 drachmae. That's only 28% of 100 drachmae. I don't see how the two coupons add up to 28.
They don't. So just remind me how you came up with 72 in the first place.
Weren't you listening? To make a long story short, I took 100 times 0.90 times 0.80, or 100 times 0.80 times 0.90. See, all you have to do is multiply the original price times the product of the complements.
The complements. So you are saying that you end up paying 90% of 80% or 80% of 90%, both of which result in 72% because multiplication is commutative.
No, I don't commute. I prefer hopping or taking my bike. Oh, I see. If I pay 72%, then my discount is actually the complement of 72%. That's why it's only 28%, not 30%.
Complement.
If you insist, I do like your toga.
We are not in Rome, we are in Greece. It's called a chiton.
Why would you wear something you can't pronounce? Looks a lot like the dress that I got from Miss Piggy. Thank you for helping me figure out the proper discount. It's a shame I have to return it now.
Return it? Why?
The discount wasn't so great, oh great Socrates.
And that is the true history of calculating discounts. Honest.